Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Brewed Thoughts podcast. This is German coming to you on this very lovely day. I'm here joined by Harry, and we're here to talk about baseball, our weekly pod. And last week we did it on a weekend, which was unconventional for us, but we're back to our regular Friday recording of the pod, and we'll talk about uh, just a bunch of stuff going on in around the league. Harry, welcome. Glad you're here with
Hello.
me. Uh,
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, the day after.
Shout out to Bobby. This one's for you, Bobby. I don't know if you can see my
Post
my
Bobby
my
Bonilla Day.
coffee. Yeah.
You want to
Um,
tell people what's that
what
about?
a story, huh? So Bobby
Yeah.
Bonilla. What year was it? When did Bobby Bonilla first sign that contract
Uh,
with the Mets?
mm, 90 something.
Um, so Bobby Bonilla. Let me look it up. Bobby Bonilla. Um, Here, why don't you tell the story while I look this up?
So Bobby Bonilla gets paid every
1991. 1991.
1991. See, I was right. 19. So, so 1991. So Bobby Bonilla gets paid every July 1st, $1 million for the to 2035, I think it is. Uh Dude, that's smart. Just getting paid every year. Every year, get a $1 million check from the Mets. Uh, I think that's the starting of like a big thing. Well, nowadays, like all these post payments that a lot of these teams are doing now. Like I think Pujols is that way now with the Angels. I think his contract goes along for a few years after his career is over. So people are smart, except for life. This guy's was one of the greats out there. Towards the end, he was okay. Former Dodger, former Met, former everything that you could think of. Yeah, he's one of the kind.
So Bobby Bonilla he signed a contract of just like you were saying, 1981, 5-year deal worth $29 million,
Yeah,
and he set it up where it gets prorated. I was reading this thing that he gets paid 4 years after. He still is going to get a check 4 years after Bryce Harper.
yeah,
Bryce Harper's contract is over. Um,
yeah,
it's so incredible. July 1st is so much fun because of Bobby Bonilla Day. He's 58
yeah.
years old. I'm sure he goes to the. I mean, I'm sure back in the day it was probably like, maybe at one point he got it in the mail. I'm sure now it's more direct deposit. But I bet
Yeah,
it
more
was fun
deposit.
for Bobby Bonilla to go to the post office every year. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to my yearly visit to
My
the
yearly
post
check.
office. Um, I was reading that he gets $500,000 from another team too.
He has endorsements. He has endorsements, and I think that it's the Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, right. They're paying him too. So Bobby Bonilla, shout out to him, the king of cashing checks. Um,
Yeah.
we're here for it.
And
Shout
with
out to
that, welcome to July.
Yeah. Welcome to July. It isn't July unless Bobby Bonilla gets paid.
Yep.
Once he gets paid, then we start. Then we can start the everything that follows in July. You have a bunch of bobbleheads. Which one's your
Oh
favorite?
yeah. Uh, I had Fernando up there. Well, of course, the late Lasorda. I have Camp.
Do you have
You're
the Magic Johnson one? I have the Magic Johnson one.
he's up there somewhere.
And the Magic Johnson, the Babe Ruth one are two of my favorites. The ones
Yeah,
that I
Babe
have.
Ruth. Babe Ruth is
Yeah, the Babe Ruth one. Yeah,
right here. One of these. That was this one right there.
yeah,
Venezuela's right next to him. Then Lasorda.
yeah. It's
Lasorda.
that's one of the
Right
coolest
there.
things that happens at baseball games. I mean, I'm sure it happens in other sports, but baseball
This is
games.
like the coolest bobblehead right here. Look,
Which one is it?
It's not even a Dodger bobblehead. This one
Who's
right
it?
here. It's Chirinos from the Rangers. Went to a Rangers game, I believe, 2 years ago, and then they're giving that away.
Oh,
What's
okay.
really cool about it is that the mask actually comes off. He's a catcher, and his mask actually comes off.
Oh, there you go.
It's pretty cool. I think it's one of my non-Dodger favorites
Yeah,
bobbleheads that I've gotten.
nice, nice. So that's that's how we that's what we like to do. We like to look at the games and see where we're going. I'm going to the Monday game, the Angels game versus my beloved Sox,
I might be going Wednesday.
and
Maybe Wednesday.
they're giving away a Shohei Otani pillow. So, um, put the Angel fans to sleep with their terrible
Yeah.
season.
Oh yeah. Horrible season.
You
It
should
was
go
terrible.
Monday so you can get one.
No, I'm going Wednesday.
So you can sleep on the mistake you made picking the
Oh,
Angels
yeah, right,
first.
right, exactly.
So on to baseball, on to real baseball. We had Hector Santiago, pitcher for the Mariners. Sunday they found him with illegal substance. He got suspended 10 games, which of course naturally he's appealing, and
Mhm.
uh, and so it's starting. Here we go, the first suspension.
So the story was that he had rosin on his glove,
Yeah,
which is a legal substance,
right.
not illegal. So the broken rule was that he's not supposed that rosin's never supposed to make it to the glove, and that's what he got caught with.
Wait, what? The legal rule is that what?
The legal rule is that rosin is never supposed to make it into the glove, into the glove itself.
What
So
do you
he
mean?
got caught. He got
Like
caught
you
with
can have it
three.
on your hand, it just can't
Yeah,
be on the glove.
it can't be on the glove.
Interesting.
So that's what they caught him with.
Okay.
So they didn't really catch him with anything
So
special.
do you think he'll win the appeal?
Yeah, he won the appeal. But
Okay.
he's already scarred. Like, we were talking about this last podcast with
Yeah.
the cancel movement or the everybody bring him down type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Like he didn't really get caught with anything like
But
crazy. That's why
it's just the headline then.
it only got overblown because he got on ESPN. And you know how ESPN likes to enlarge the small thing.
Of course so. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but I
that's
don't think he's gonna be the last one though. I don't think
no,
he's
of
gonna be the
course not.
last
He's
one.
just the beginning.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be the
You
last
see
one.
it in every game now. Most places are doing a good job of not broadcasting it. Like the Red
Yeah,
Sox, as soon as you can see the pitchers about to get checked,
yeah,
they cut it. They go to commercial.
yeah.
So some teams are being smart about it. Other teams are still showcasing it, which is we talked about it last
That's
week.
what I was talking about. Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
Hey, do you think puke is illegal? I was pictures. Did you see that picture? Dylan
Vomit.
Bunley. Yeah, vomit. I call it puke.
Would that
Dude.
be considered illegal? No, right? Because it's coming from you.
No, it's a joke. It's
Yeah.
just a joke.
Well, I'm saying like if you could use your own saliva, you could use vomit. Why
Yeah.
not?
Whatever was in that vomit was and I don't get it. Like a lot of people were posting, and it's like, why are you posting somebody? And I got that video sent like a few times. I was like, I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to see somebody
Yeah.
letting everything go on the field. Like it's nasty.
Right.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw the Yankee. The Yankee was like, oh my god, like, covering his mouth. And like, geez, I
Yeah.
can't see
It
this
made
anymore.
him. It made him puke, or it made him um, just want to puke.
I don't
So
know if you're that type. I'm that type. If I see somebody do it, I'm right behind you.
I
So
don't think so. I don't think I'm the type, but I don't
yeah,
know. I don't think I've ever seen anybody puke in front of me. So I don't
yeah,
know.
that's crazy. But
Uh,
the sticky situation is gonna keep going. It's gonna keep. It's
yeah.
gonna be a lingering topic for the rest of
Right.
the season. Maybe going into next season. Uh, this is just a start. Somebody else is gonna get caught. I think what's gonna happen is people are gonna get caught, but the MLB is gonna try to like hide it because like you were talking about, like the videos keeps getting cut off. So like I don't know, because the weird part about it is like they check you different ways.
Mm-hmm.
They I've seen a couple of pitchers get checked with the gloves or hats. I
The
saw
belt.
Joe Kelly with the glasses. Um, Trevor Bauer, he got his hands checked. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that.
Angel Hernandez is all filling them up in his hands.
Yeah.
It was just weird. Uh, yeah, it's I don't know. I like I said it last week. I don't I don't care for seeing that. Like, who cares? Like, if they're doing it. If they really want to even out the games, get rid of Pine Tar altogether on the bats. on batting gloves. Get rid of them. You know, it should be an even playing field. But it's the MLB. We have a commission as a joke, and yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a
Let's move on. Let's move on
happier.
to something happy. The All-Star game starters were revealed yesterday, and I think it's a pretty good list. Obviously, the Dodgers are not represented in this list, at least not yet. Maybe they'll get a
Or the
H or
Rays.
something. The Rays are not represented, which is interesting. So
No Astros.
we'll start
Astros on the
we'll
list.
start in the NL. We got first baseman Freddie Freeman, which is no surprise there. We have oh come on.
You see this guy? He's been on fire.
Come on. He's not.
That's why I wore it just for you.
Max Muncy is not Freddie Freeman.
Most underrated player in baseball.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here with that. Adam Frazier from the Pirates, your starting second baseman.
Over Muncy? Okay.
Are you kidding me? You're going to really make the case for Muncy?
Yeah. You seen the last few games?
He's had a good week. Why don't we settle down?
He has had a good week and a good season.
He's had a good week.
Look, I even got the beard growing on.
Let's relax. We have your boy, the face of MLB, Fernando Tatis Jr. at shortstop. No surprise there.
Who else would it be though?
Yeah, it's no surprise there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been the best shortstop in the NL. Third baseman Nolan Arenado, my guy, the guy that I believed in, the guy that I said, I love Nolan Arenado. He's so good. And so he's the starting third baseman. Buster Posey, comeback season for Buster. He took the year off last year, and this year he started off slowish, and he's just been so consistent. He's been Buster Posey. The best thing about Buster Posey is
he's scary, dude.
He's super consistent, and he's amazing.
He's a really scary hitter.
Is he better? Do you think he's better than Joe Mauer?
Joe Bauer? Or Joe Mauer? Yeah.
Joe Mauer. I bring up Joe Mauer because Joe Mauer is probably the best catcher I ever saw.
Joe Mauer was more offensively than defensively.
Yeah, but he was very consistent though.
I think Posey has that.
Yeah, Posey's more on the ground.
Yeah, and then Posey's a power hitter. Mauer was more of a gaps type of hitter.
Yeah.
So yeah. Better, they're there. They're in the same conversation. I'll put them there.
Who's the best catcher you've ever seen?
Like overall,
overall. Pudge? Piazza?
Hard to say. I would say Piazza was a good offensively.
Molina?
Well, Yachty's been hands down early on in his career. He was. Consistently, I would say probably Pudge.
Pudge?
Yeah, because later in his latter years in his career, he still was hitting.
Yeah.
And he was always hitting to the right side. It was so funny. Everybody knew where he was gonna hit. I don't know. He wouldn't be successful during this time right now. If he would have been playing right now, everybody would go shifting that way. And yeah, he wouldn't be successful. But right now, it's Buster Posey, Yachty, I would say. I think Yachty has him defensively. Offensively, Posey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't even think Salvador Perez is... I watched him, and I think he's gone.
Although Salvador Perez is a notch below.
I would say about 3 notches below.
Really? That much?
I seen him recently. I seen him play, and he couldn't block anything. He was
Salvador Perez is good, man.
He was good. Don't get me wrong. He was good in the World Series years. He was. I
feel like that's the thing. You just hit it. I feel like Salvador Perez would be amazing if he was on a good team consistently.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, according to you, the Kansas City Royals were great early on. So
they were playing really good early on in the season. What do you mean, according to me?
Then I brought you back to reality.
No, stop it. I am an observant watcher of the game. I am a fluid watcher of the game. And when someone's playing good, I give them their dues. That's what I gave the Royals their flowers when they were still alive. Now
The
that they
only
are
one
not,
I'll give it to you is the Red Sox. I'll
now
give you
that
that
they are
one.
not
That one.
alive, I have been very honest about them. But they
I
came into
told you they were
Boston this
good.
week. No, but they had a good stretch. We can't ignore that.
Yeah,
It's a long
yeah.
season. Let's give people their flowers.
That's true. That's true.
Um, they came into Boston. The Red Sox just whacked them for 4 games.
Yeah.
So clearly,
It was
they're. Although I do like that guy Merriweather. Merriweather is good. I mean, he's decent. I shouldn't say he's good.
he was
just,
good. He was good early on. Now he's
Yeah,
kind of like
he's tailed
sliding
off
off.
a little bit.
Yeah, he tailed off. He was good defensively and offensively.
Yeah,
Like he was one of the guys I would always want to get in the show.
yeah,
He was good.
yeah. So we'll see how it all plays out for them. But
Let's go with the outfield. Let's continue with the outfield.
Yeah, let's go with the outfield. Ronald Acuna Jr. He was hurt a little bit. He's been in and out of the lineup. He's the guy that gets hurt a lot randomly. Like he has a bunch of dumb little injuries. I got no beef with this one. With Mookie out, with Bellinger out, it makes sense. The Reds have 2 representatives. Who would have thought it?
I would have
The
thought
Reds?
it. Winkler's a beast.
No, he is. But no, we're starting with Nick Castellanos.
Okay.
Nick Castellanos,
I'll take him.
The second outfielder. He was having a tremendous season, and so shout out to him for making it. And and then finally, your boy Jesse Winker from the Reds.
Beast. I'll take him. I'll take both those any time of the day in my outfit.
They're really good. I'll
take one of those over Bellinger right now.
Well, right now, yeah. And Bellinger is.
Although we're talking about right now.
Didn't he have a walk-off last week or something like that? So I mean, I think Belly at the end will be there. I think not in the All-Star game, but I think just in general.
No, but I'm talking right now. I would take
for sure.
These 2 guys.
Yeah. Like I said, I have
even over Betts.
Yeah, Betts has not been good, man. He's been hurt though, but shout out to Mookie. But
take him back.
Yeah, the Reds are, they're at 500. Usually you don't see teams with at 500 get 2 All-Stars, but those 2 outfielders are spectacular. That's what I mean by like the Reds are represented here, which is very
Bryce Harper.
Yeah,
Soto's been hurt.
Yelich hasn't been.
Schwarber just started hitting good.
Dude, Scherber's on a tear, man.
Scherber's on a tear, yeah.
Yikes! Can you believe he was on my on the fantasy league I'm in? He was. I picked him up in waivers, like.
Well, yeah, he was having a horrible year, and
I picked him up 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shout out to me.
Yeah.
So there's nobody else that you can pinpoint and be like, okay, this guy deserves. The Giants are playing well and they're leading, but
we're talking about legacy. If you're talking about legacy, like we talk about the NBA All-Stars is more of a legacy type of All-Stars.
Right.
This is more like a fan voted first half stats type of thing.
Yeah.
If we talk legacy, Betts will be here, Bellinger will be here, Harper will be here. Well, they're eventually gonna be in there. Some of those guys, not all of them, but they're. Yeah. I see Harper in there.
Which I like that about. I like that about the MLB.
Yeah.
That it's the guys that deserve to be there should be there, and those are the guys that are represented. I have no issues with the starters in the NL. Let's go to the AL. You got first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. from the Blue Jays. He's been tearing it up.
That one.
He led the league in RBIs until Rafi Devers passed him yesterday. But he's having a great season.
That guy's been on a tear.
Yeah, he's having a great season. I got no issues. He's going to be in the home run derby on
Vladimir Guerrero
happens. Yeah, Vlad Jr. is going to be in the in there. So second baseman Marcus Semien from the Blue Jays. Any issues with that one?
I think of anybody. No, that one's good. That was actually good. Like the second baseman and the AL has been doing that well.
Yeah, the second baseman is not. I mean, DJ LeMahieu. I mean, I guess, but he hasn't been.
But that's more of a legacy type of thing than anything.
Yeah,
That's not.
yeah.
That's not like a. He's having an okay season, but if you put him in, it'll be legacy. Who else?
I think if Merrifield would have kept up his.
That'll be a legacy pick though too.
No,
He
but
probably,
no, but if Merrifield would have kept up the way he started,
yeah.
that would have been. It wouldn't. It would have been. He would. I don't know if he would have beat him, but I
Yeah.
think he would have had a. He would have had a case versus Marcus Semien.
I think eventually both of them are going to be in there. We got to keep in mind all this is like before injuries of any injuries happening from now to July 11th or July 12th. Yeah, they'll still be there. But I see some of those guys in there. The guys you mentioned, Merrifield and DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu, I see a little bit more. I think Kevin Cash would want to waste his energy on the field.
And then some honorable mentions. I mean, this is you got to be a like
junkie,
a homer. No, not even a junkie, a homer, to make a case for Jorge Polanco and Jonathan Schaub. But that's about it. Again, I'm saying you have to be a homer to make a case for those guys.
Well, if you're a homer, you should have voted.
Yeah, exactly. Marcus Semien, no beefs there. Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, best shortstop in baseball. I stand by that.
I don't know about that.
Who's better than him? Tatis? Get out of here. Come on.
Best overall shortstop right now?
Who's the best shortstop in baseball?
No, I'm saying best overall shortstop.
Yeah.
I'll give you the offensive numbers. Defensively, I'm still a suspect about him.
Who's the best? Who?
No, I'm just throwing it out there.
Overall,
me personally.
Who is it?
I don't think there's an overall shortstop. Yeah. No, because if you think about it, you have Javier Baez. Javier Baez is more of a defensive guy. Offensively, his offensive numbers are horrible.
Yeah.
Corey Seager's an offensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Correa, maybe.
I love Correa.
Maybe.
Dang, you know that already. You know I love Correa.
Yeah.
Dang.
I know
the
kid of your heart.
You hit me at the soft spot. Correa's my guy, man. I love that guy.
No, but I'm saying that he would probably give you like the more of a challenge for because he's good defensively and offensively.
Yeah. I take Xander.
Not even under.
This year I take Xander. Anyway, so Xander Bogaerts, Red Sox. Do you have any issues with that? No.
Hashtag Homer.
No, get out of here. You have any issues with Xander?
No, I don't know. Right. Not at this point in the season.
Okay. Third baseman, Rafi Devers. He's been lighting it up, and it's the first time the Red Sox have shortstop and third base represented in the All-Star game. So that's one
Homer.
thing.
Hashtag Homer.
What do you mean? You think there's another third baseman who deserves the starting over?
No. I'm just saying.
How is it Homer? I'm just playing the case for my guys. It's not my fault your Dodgers aren't represented in here.
I know, right?
And so Rafi Devers, he's been great. He's actually my favorite Red Sox player.
He's good. He's good.
Even like it used to be a lot
better.
It used to be Mookie, and then when Mookie got traded, Rafi became my guy. I just love Rafi Devers, and I love that he's young. I hope they don't trade him. My dream, look,
Yankee.
Stop it. This is what I thought was going to happen. I thought I was going to, for the next 10, 12 years, watch Rafi Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and Mookie Betts. And I just, I thought I was just going to root for those guys. And I was ready. I had signed myself up for that. So hopefully I'm able to do that with Xander and Rafi and Verdugo. Verdugo won me over, man. I love that guy.
You remember when I was trying to talk you out of the ledger?
Yeah.
with Rafi.
No, with Rafi? No, get out of here.
Yeah, it was
With
having a horrible
Rafi,
spring. He was having a horrible spring training.
again, I am a fluid
No,
watcher
no,
of the
no,
game. And
no.
he sucked at the time. That's all I
Yeah,
would say.
I was. That's what.
But I
Well, what I'm
wasn't
saying,
like,
I talked you off the ledger
no.
because I was like,
The one
dude,
ledger. I wasn't
he'll be
like,
fine.
I was not saying trade him. I was just saying like, hey, this guy's struggling.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It was a little bit more to that.
no, come on. And he's been great. Catcher Salvador Perez. We just talked about him. I think in the NL, I think
There's more NL than AL.
in the AL, he's perfect for it. In the NL, obviously he doesn't get in, but in the AL, I mean there's nobody. I mean, I don't know. There's nobody near
The AL's
him.
pretty weak. Yeah, the AL's pretty weak at catcher.
Yeah. You again, you would have to get Super Homer to make a case for anybody else.
A lot of the AL ones are defensive catchers too. The NL
Exactly.
Is more,
yeah, in the AL you see a lot of these teams carry two catchers. Like the Red Sox have that. The Red Sox carry Christian Vasquez, who's the offensive
Vasquez?
guy.
What about Vasquez?
He has his number. He hasn't been that great.
Yeah. Defensively, he's been pretty good.
No, yeah, he has, but Salvador Perez has been better at both.
You don't think it's a legacy pick?
Salvador Perez?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it isn't ridiculous. It's not like there's another catcher who's like clearly deserving.
Nah.
You could make you can piece together a case for Victor Perez, Christian Perez. Christian Vasquez. I don't know. I think that's it.
There's catchers that they're just not like I said.
No, there is. I'm not
offensively. They're not.
Yeah, like
they're really good defensively.
Because then you get for example, in the Yasmani Grandal. I think he's having a good season. You can make a case for Yasmani.
I don't know. I never liked the guy.
Right.
Even when he was a Dodger, I never liked him.
Like you can make a case for him.
But he's defensively. That's what I'm talking about. His numbers they're okay. They're not.
I know, but that's where we're at. Like you could do Yasmani, I guess. Man, I don't know. Jason Castor from the Astros. Tom Murphy has been okay.
Defensive.
Alex Avila, he's always solid.
Defensive. It's all defensive.
The Rangers, it's the right pick. Robinson Chirinos.
My boy Robinson Chirinos.
So I don't know. If you want to represent your Angels, Max Stassi.
He's been good, but he's just been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Kurt Suzuki too.
Yeah.
My Angels, first of all. My Angels when I wore an Angel hat and I have Dodgers all over my whole home and my car and my underwear. Dodgers. Like, come on,
man. As far as this season, they are your Angels. Gary Sanchez has been terrible, so you can't make. He's the right pick. You go just throughout the list, and there's nobody
even close.
The closest one is Yasmani. He's the closest one. Yeah. The closest one that you can get is Yasmani.
I'll take Salvador.
Sean Murphy. Alejandro Kirk from the Blue Jays. So it's all these guys I can throw at you. It's just none of them to me are guys that you're like, yes, I want him over Salvador. Salvador Perez is better than all those guys, and he's had a better year. In the outfield, the best player in baseball. He's not going to play in the All-Star game, right, Mike?
No.
So someone's going to replace him. Verdugo. Can I offer you Verdugo? 3 Red Sox in the All-Star game? I'm down.
Uh,
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I think it's gonna be what's his
Come on,
name?
baseball.
The guy from Tampa Bay, Arizona, or is
Oh,
Arizona?
yeah,
Arizona. I think
yeah,
it's gonna be him. Well, his manager's the one managing the team, so
yeah.
he gets those calls.
And then Aaron Judge from the Yankees, he's had a good season, but the Yankees have sucked. So, well, at least we should rephrase that. The Yankees we had picked them to go to the World Series with the Dodgers. And
Talking about falling flat on your
exactly,
face.
yeah, the Yankees. Now that we're here. So how long does I know Brian Cashman has been there forever. He's orchestrated. So do the Yankees ever fire that guy?
I think Boone will go first.
Right.
I think their manager will go first before anything.
He kind of has like a lifetime deal with the Yanks, huh?
He has one of those mobster deals.
Right? Like he's almost like unfireable.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it's the Yankees. They haven't won a title since 2009.
I think the problem here is the manager more than anything.
No, I agree. Obviously the team that the Yankees field year to year is a World Series team.
Yeah, that's
but
not his fault. That's not Cashman's fault.
No, I agree with you. But you and I both know, following baseball, following sports, when these teams, especially these high market, big market, marquee teams, sometimes these owners fire whoever they think.
Nah, I don't think.
Yeah,
I think
again, it was just
unless Theo Epstein comes back.
It was just a question, like, does he get fired? Like, but no, I don't think so either. But he said big moves are coming. Maybe they'll finally move Aaron Judge. If they move Aaron Judge, you and I are going to take a victory lap. Because remember, we talked about it earlier when I brought it up to you. So we'll take a victory lap if they trade him.
Because Stanton
that out. Man. Dude, I think
they're gonna sell.
Dude, Stanton has sucked, man. That guy.
I want DJ LeMahieu. I want DJ LeMahieu to the Dodgers. I always wanted.
I don't think they move him.
They have to move him, dude.
He's their best piece.
Yeah, that's so you get more back.
The Dodgers.
They need a catcher, like we were talking about. Cuber Reese.
What are the Dodgers?
Cuber Reese.
Would the Dodgers give him up for DJ LeMahieu?
Yeah.
No, the Dodgers. I know you would in MLB The Show, but would the Dodgers?
I would now. I would.
But would the Dodgers? I don't think the Dodgers would do
that. They need a second base piece. They need somebody that can hit. They need somebody that can hit left-handers and somebody that can play second base. And that guy fills up all the voids.
Yeah. The Red Sox are not in it because the Yankees would never trade him to the Red Sox.
And on top of that, Corey Seager's injury has gone a little longer than we thought.
Man, that guy, we finished last season thinking Corey Seager's going to be, and it's more of the same.
Back to normal. Back to regularly scheduled program.
It's almost like he's really good, but I feel like if I'm any team, but specifically the Dodgers, I don't know if I would want to give him a 7-year, 8-year deal.
Depending when he's coming back, I would move him.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't want to be the team that pays him.
Yeah.
Because paying him...
But somebody's going to take him, though.
No. Somebody will pay him. I'm just saying I don't want to be the team that does.
The Angels are going to pay him.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, probably, but...
That owner is so dumb out of his...
Can somebody tell him, like, hey, you need pitchers too?
No, can somebody tell that guy just to go away?
Oh my god!
Like that stadium is falling apart. Well, not falling apart, but I'm just saying fan wise. I remember seeing that their reopening plan was buy one get one half off for tickets. Like once you see that, you're in trouble.
Look, I bought tickets to go see the Red Sox. We're sitting
probably in the field level for like $20.
Section 106.
Okay.
First row.
Mm-hmm. $60.
$60.
Yeah.
$60.
I believe you.
I
Try to get that for the Dodgers. Yeah, that'll be like
yeah,
$200 right there.
yeah. I was looking at them. Actually, well, we can talk about it off the pot, but I might have an extra ticket. So if you're down,
On a Monday?
yeah, this Monday, 6:38.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it off the air, but $60. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. I thought it was a joke. I jumped on it immediately.
Of course. Why would
Because
you
I'm like,
not?
well, what is this? $60? I checked the seats over and over because I'm like, this cannot be.
Where'd you buy it at? Like it was a StubHub or like
No, I went to
the
Angels.
Geek?
I went to
Oh, you went
Angels.
directly? Oh man.
It was cheaper there.
Yeah.
It was cheaper at angels.com than it was at
Well,
SeatGeek.
everybody's trying to sell their season tickets with that team.
It's so crazy.
It's a fire sale over there.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But
Talk about disappointments this season. The Yankees and the Angels.
yeah. So Aaron Judge makes it, which again, there's no there's
Go to the
no
next guy. Let's go to the next guy.
makes sense. Yeah. The most
The
exciting
show.
guy in baseball.
The show.
Shohei Ohtani, CC Sabathia's favorite player. I'll be honest with you. I have no problem with the pick. He's been great. I'm not a fan.
Of course you're not.
Like,
Doogie. I'll be a fan of Doogie. Even though Doogie can't pitch.
I am a sucker for the Red Sox. If Derek Jeter can put on a Red Sox uniform, I'll find a way to support. To support.
Yeah.
I'm a Red Sox fan. What do you? That's how you are with the Dodgers too. That's who we are. It's just how we're wired.
No, there's a line that I don't cross.
There's no guy that if Barry Bonds would have been traded to the Dodgers, get out of here. Get out of here. You would have rooted for Barry Bonds so hard. What guy wouldn't you root for even if it was
debatable?
The Dodgers? What are you talking about? So there are guys that you wouldn't have rooted for even if they were on your team?
I don't really root for the players. I root more for the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to root for, the players are the ones that play.
Not really.
They don't play? What are you talking about?
I wouldn't be like, oh, good job, Barry Bonds. Get another steroid home run. Good job.
That doesn't mean, get the hell out of here.
It's like when
that's BS. That's BS.
It's like with me and LeBron. Me and LeBron have still not made up, even though he's the Laker. I still think he's. Yeah,
I understand.
Me and LeBron still have a hate-love relationship.
But don't you want LeBron to do good?
He sucks.
But LeBron doing good is good for the Lakers.
I'd rather have AD.
Fans like you are. I don't get fans like you.
No, I never liked LeBron James even from day one. Like,
okay,
never.
That's fine. Which you have the right to do that. But if he's on your team,
no, that's what I'm saying. If he gets a game-winning one, like good job, cool. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go defend LeBron James against like all the keyboard people or all the.
I stand up for LeBron because he's wearing a Laker jersey.
Yeah.
As soon as LeBron stops wearing a Laker jersey, he's on his own. That's how I view it. If you're on my team, I got you. You're my guy.
No, but I'll cheer for you, but I won't defend them against like the internet people.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying go to war.
Because I'm one of those internet people that better than MJ? Nah.
Right. Well, I mean, of course not. But I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying I would.
But I can tell you this, hands down, Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yeah.
In my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So don't you internet people don't bother me about this stuff.
Okay.
Barry Bonds is legitimate, even though he was a Giant, he's legitimately the best hitter I ever seen ever play.
Not even close. Yeah.
Not even close.
Steroids
or no steroids.
I don't get the hype around him.
He's good. He pitches. He hits, and he hits the ball far, and he's humble about it. What does it not get? He's humble about it. That's the thing. That's That's why people love him, because he's humble about it.
Is he humble, or does he not know how to speak English?
No, you can still be out there. You can still be like cheering and get all crazy. There's a lot of Dominican players and a lot of Cuban players that don't know English. Look at Puig. Didn't
Your
know the
boy.
language. Didn't know the language, and look at the trouble he got into.
Yeah,
I'm on the show. I'm on the show train.
I'm on the platform. I don't hate him.
I'm on
I
the train.
just
Let's go. I wanted him as a Dodger, honestly. Like
I
when
just don't
I
get
was pretty upset he
the
went to the Angels.
I just don't get the hype.
You would, and you're a Red Sox fan. You don't know about superstar players other than Manny.
Okay.
The guy that doesn't like Nomar Garcia Parra.
David Ortiz,
Okay.
Pedro Martinez.
Yeah.
Heard of those guys? Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts,
You heard of
Rafi
Babe
Devers,
Ruth?
Chris Sale,
They're not even in the same conversation.
Chris
As
Schilling.
the first couple.
Have you heard of those guys? Get out of here! Come on. Let's talk about another superstar. Let's from the
So
positive
that's the
stuff.
All-Star.
That's
the
okay.
All-Star.
Yeah, so that's the All-Star. We have there's no fight from us, right? We agree with it. Good picks all around. Good
Doesn't matter. We
selections.
do.
Right,
No,
but-
it doesn't matter because these are the players that are doing good this year. You can't really.
No, but I'm saying there's nobody in this list that shouldn't be on this list. Everyone on this list is deserving of
Mike
that
Trout.
spot. But Mike Trout, before he went out, he was great.
Well, that's the only thing I would change about the All-Star. I wouldn't allow injured players. Anybody in the 60-day DL or like in the long term, I wouldn't allow them to get voted in.
That's a good
You know what
one.
I'm saying? You're right.
I
It
agree
doesn't
with
make sense. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of whoever was in the same votes, they lost a lot of votes to this guy, and this guy's not even going to be in. He's not even going to be in Colorado. So, yeah.
What was his injury again?
Off the top of my head,
Shoulder?
I think so. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I know he got really, really bad injury.
Okay. Yeah,
It was
I agree.
it was a scary one.
Yeah. Trevor Bauer. Let's talk about Trevor Bauer. We have to. You might not want to, but we have to. So he gets accused of sexual assault. One woman, 2 times. He gets he's not suspended, but he went on the 7-day commissioner's
Administrative leave.
list.
Administrative leave, yeah.
He is denying everything.
Yeah, of course.
Sexual assault obviously is a big deal. We had the guy from the Braves who pretty much lost his career because of it. Osuna.
I didn't know. Yeah.
And my first reaction whenever I hear somebody gets accused of sexual assault, I'm not one of those that says, yes, he's
guilty.
He's good. Let's wait and see, because you just never know. And obviously we don't know. I hope, just because I just hope all of this is a miss. I just hope it's not real. But yeah, it's a tough situation, obviously.
It's how can I put it? When I first heard about it, I was like, he would. I don't mean it. I
don't mean to laugh. It's just funny. Sorry.
No, I don't mean it in that way. Like he would. Like I mean it like he would. Like this would really happen to this guy. I see it happening to him. Not because he's a bad individual. Not because anything. Because it's all allegations. Whatever. I see it because he's a high priority target. He's a really, really high priority target. He doesn't have a lot of friends in the world. As you know, he doesn't have, and those guys are the number one suckers for all this stuff. Like you said, I hope none of this is true, or none of this is proven to be to be serious as a career-ending type. But the facts look like, yeah, he's gonna be in trouble, and it's gonna be something that is gonna linger on his career for a long time. And I think this franchise is gonna have to make a tough decision.
Mm-hmm.
And this franchise is gonna have to think what's more important: one player, money, or the fans. Like, in all seriousness, I see it going that way. I see it going. It's not
You
so
think the
in favor.
fans, like, if it comes out that he's guilty, you think the fans would want him out?
Well, you have to think about it. The type of fans that they have. We talked about this before. Like, in all seriousness, like, oh, I was joking around the last time about casual fans. But casual fans, what they see they see it differently than we as normal fans, or not normal fans, but as diehards. We ride, like we were just talking about in the last segment. We die with our players. We die
Yeah,
with our teams.
right.
We're diehards. As hard as it's gonna be, because he is a really good player, I think the organizations have to move on from him. Honestly, like, I as a family person, and as a father to two kids, it's a tough conversation. It's a tough conversation to have with your child when he's 11 years old, saying, "What's wrong? What did you do?" You're riding in the car. It's like, what do you tell? What do you say? Because that conversation has happened. That's something I'm sharing it with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of, like, like, push it aside, because we're in a type of movement right now that a lot of things are, what do you call it? There's a microscope on everything. Like, no matter who you are, where you are now. I would tell people before, like, you played in the 80s and 90s, dude, you had it made, dude. You could get away with murder. Nobody would even know. Even in the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
they'll find out maybe 10 years later down the line that you killed
Yeah.
somebody or something happened. Now,
And a lot of
uh,
times the reporters were in on it back in
yeah,
the day. Yeah.
yeah, back in the day, it's tough. It's tough. And the way I see it, I think, and I like him. I follow him. I follow his blogs, but I would honestly move on from him. I would say, you know what, your contract's terminated. Good luck. That's it. And what I see coming next is UCLA saying, you know what, sorry, we're gonna put you in the Hall of Fame, but you have some things to deal with. It's gonna spiral out of control. Nike's gonna end up coming out. Nike, as we know, they're a big.
He's a Nike athlete.
He's a Nike guy, a Nike athlete. Yeah, he's a Nike athlete, and you know how Nike stands. Nike's for the casuals. They're
Mm-hmm.
made for them. The Me Too movement, the Black Lives Matter, all
So,
kinds of things.
man, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
Would that mean? Do you think another team would take a chance on him this year?
Yeah,
Probably
they
not,
will.
huh?
They
You think
will.
so?
This reminds me, like, I think it was years back. I probably get the small things, but just excuse me, fans, but I don't remember exactly. But I remember Chapman. Chapman got traded to the Dodgers.
Oh yes, yes. You're
Chapman
right.
got traded to the Dodgers. He got in trouble for the same issue.
The Dodgers got scared.
Dodgers got scared and said, you know what? We don't want nothing to do with you, which is the right thing.
Cost them
Which
the
is the
World
right,
Series.
which is the right thing. And like you said, it cost them the World Series because they did face those Cubs that had Chapman on there, and he did close those games
Mm-hmm.
against him.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy that comes up to mind is Roberto Osuna.
Yeah.
Same thing. He's out of the league, right?
Yeah.
He's out of the league. I think he's pitching somewhere in Mexico right now.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact thing. Like, this is. this is like something that takes serious. Like I get it. There's a lot of feminists and there's a lot of people that overblow certain things, but this is something that I wouldn't see overblown. This is something that will be taken seriously,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this shouldn't be the judgment as a man. In my, I'm sorry, but in my Christian faith, everybody should be given a second chance, no matter what's going on. Number one. Number two, there's somebody and a higher power that has that judgment over that person for whatever they did. We weren't there. We sh- we could only judge him by the facts. We can't judge him by what what really happened.
Right.
I think, yeah, I think next week we see him gone. You know, we see him either released, we see him in
Wow.
jail, something.
Wow.
Because if you read the articles, read the allegations, it's very graphic and it's
Yeah, they're really
very
heavy. Yeah.
and it's something tough to see somebody do that. But there's people out there that are into that type of lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing against that. You know, that's their lifestyle. But there's a line, like everything in this world, there's a line that you shouldn't cross.
Yeah.
And I think unfortunately he crossed that line. He'll learn from it. Like my earlier examples, somebody will pick him up. Somebody will pick him up. It won't be this organization. I would be really upset if the Dodgers keep him on in the organization
You
after
would.
all this. Yeah, yeah, I
Huh.
would.
Interesting.
I was in favor of the Chapman. I was in favor of Puig. I was in favor of
You were in favor of them moving on from those guys?
moving on from this. As much as it hurt the Chapman, I was so excited when Chapman when they announced that trade. I was like, oh my god, that's it, it's over. Nobody's gonna touch us. Then I heard that. I was like, dude, it's like, I don't want nothing to do with that. It's just negative publicity, especially for his historic franchise. It's like the Lakers. They don't want nothing to do with that. They move on. Dennis Rodman, they cleaned him up. Other than that, he wouldn't have been here. So I would be really upset when he's still in wearing the uniform. And let's not get this wrong. If the facts are proven to be correct as they are right now, if they're not, if he's then you know what? Yeah, he'll still be my boy.
You'll still be a subscriber to his vlog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
Well, yeah, because
that's
the
heavy.
fact, yeah,
That's super
yeah,
heavy.
yeah,
I I don't know. I think when it comes to sports and when it comes to I think we need to let the law do what the law does and obviously a lot of this is money driven and so
yeah,
obviously baseball doesn't want bad publicity. If he's still eligible, and I think with the Astros, with Osuna, for example, who's only 26, I'm surprised no team has taken a flyer on him. But and a lot of it was the arrogance of the Astros. A lot of it was the
yeah,
arrogance of the GM who told the female reporter like he was gloating basically that he was still on the team. What I don't like what a lot of these teams do, I don't like that a lot of it is reactionary.
oh yeah, yeah,
I hate that.
yeah,
I because it happened with Ray Rice. Ray Rice, it comes out that he hit his wife or whatever or his girl fiance at the
yeah,
time, and it was like, all right, he's suspended 6 games, and then the video comes out, and the NFL pretty much suspended him for a year, which was basically the end of his career. We never saw Ray Rice again,
no,
but they suspended him forever for not forever for a year because the reaction of the people. And as much as I just think these leagues need to not be so reactionary, which is hard to do when there's billions of dollars
yeah,
at stake, obviously. But I just think there should be this like, hey, like these are the rules for what you're doing. So if you get us caught with assault, I think it's you get suspended for a season. No, I think that's the new bargaining
I think
thing.
it's 60
Or
or 80
60 games,
games.
right? If you get
60
twice,
or
it's
100. I
the
think
whole
it's 100
season,
games.
something like that.
Yeah.
And I just wish they would stick with that, regardless of the details, regardless of what comes out.
Of the
These are our
statutes.
rules. This is what we decided. Because obviously, not every assault case is the same. Because assault is a lot of things. He might have just grabbed her by the arm really hard. It's assault, and he's an athlete and he's strong. And if he grabs by the arm, it's gonna probably leave a mark. And all of a sudden, hey, he assaulted me.
Yeah.
And say, well, then where the details could probably be, she got the phone, she got crazy, and then he grabbed her by the arm. Oh, he assaulted me. So I just think in other cases you get the cases like the guy from the Braves, where all that was crazier and the photos and everything. But regardless of it, I think there needs to be these are our rules, these are our
Yeah.
procedures, regardless of the details. Now,
Yeah.
I when it comes to stuff like I think it's funny when people get on a moral high ground.
Yeah.
I don't trust people like that.
Nah.
I don't trust people who think they're superior when somebody gets caught with something, because I believe that it could be anyone, it could happen to anyone at any time.
The whole second chance thing. Really
When
kinda,
the Astros got caught
yeah.
with whatever, there was just a lot of guys, Trevor Bauer being one of them, who just celebrated too much. And I think it's one of those things that as people we need to be more conscious of it, because it can happen to you. The first thing I thought, I was like, yeah, it would happen to Trevor Bauer.
Exactly right.
Like
Right.
how
Yeah.
ironic that it's the guy who claimed to be superior morally to the Astros
Yeah.
gets caught with this. And I don't know. I think we need to leave it to the law. If he did it, he'll serve his time. In terms of baseball and sports in general, I think it just we need to just set up procedures, follow those procedures, regardless of how graphic it is, follow those procedures. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, it's a sport. It's about baseball. MLB is about baseball, not
Yeah.
about regulating this, that, and the other. I saw the post that the NFL did on during the LGBT, the Pride Month of June, where it was like football's gay, football's lesbian. It's like, why can't it just be like we're playing football? Some of our athletes are gay, cool, but we're just an NFL, we're just the NFL account. We're just gonna show you football stuff. And I just don't like how a lot of this is bleeding not so much into the mainstream of who people are, because it'd be one thing, it's like this is who we are.
Yeah.
It's like Chick-fil-A is a Chick-fil-A and In and Out. They're I think they're Christian companies, but they don't have like the cross on the
Yeah.
on the cup. This is, we just sell chicken. We just happen to be Christian, but we're selling you chicken. Just buy your chicken and our burgers,
And burgers.
huh?
Yeah. And burgers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wish that these all these companies would do the same. Like I bought some coffee stuff from this company called Fellow, and they had like the rainbow and all that. Like what does being gay have to do with drinking coffee? It's
Yeah.
coffee. I just got a coffee grinder. What does that got to do with being gay? It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with being gay. Like if the owner happens to be gay, that's
Cool.
fine.
Yeah.
I
That's
still want the
him.
grinder.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. That's him, and
when
that's
so when it comes to like Trevor Bauer, for example, if that's what he did and he gets pays whatever, he has to go to jail, whatever agreement they come to, and a lot of this will just be settled out of court, so he doesn't do any jail time. But however it gets fixed, I'm not. Look, I'll tell you right now, I would love the Red Sox to go in on him. Sign me up.
yeah.
Sign me up, because everybody is living a life outside of it. What LeBron, what Mookie, what Rafi do out of the field, I don't care. And I think
So,
and that's honestly where I stand. If you and if people want to get all crazy, oh, but did you hear what he said? I don't care. I just did he get on base? That's what I care about.
because I think it like my problem is like what's happening now is yeah, let the law take care of whatever it is. But I think the organization stands for certain things. You know, the Dodgers is a longest standing franchise out there and very classy. That's a different thing than what than what I'm saying. You know, oh, what's happening? Uh yeah, somebody's gonna take a chance on them. Should they? No, in my think they shouldn't.
But then where's the second chance though?
Yeah, but this everybody right now is too politically too trying to be too politically correct. They're trying to be too what do you call it? They're in the like I said, the cancellation movement. I don't think
All I'm saying is this: if we're creating and the government creates like different programs for people coming out of jail
yeah,
because it believes in why don't athletes get that chance as well?
because they're above everybody else and they try to act like everybody they try to act like they're above everybody else. And that's the case that's happening here. This is why people hate him.
Yeah, agreed. Trevor Bauer is he's a difficult guy to defend because he's just you're like, dude, you do yourselves no favors, bro. Can you help yourself out? He's
Yeah,
just so hard to
exactly.
defend. Um, yeah, I agree, but I just it's just so difficult. It's so hard. It's like the Deshaun Watson stuff, which we still don't know anything about. Um, it's just
It probably already got settled.
yeah, it's just so difficult to make a case, and I think that's where I just feel like as fans and as people who follow sports, there has to be a separation, and which leads to as a parent and those of you that you're a parent, all that, you guys have a big responsibility to not let these people become the role models.
Yeah.
And I
And that's
think
kind of where I
that's
come off of this as the second chance. Like I'm cool with them getting a second chance, but
just not
having
with my
to
team.
having to explain it, you know.
But isn't that great though? Isn't that a great opportunity to
Yeah, but
like have those
what
conversations?
no, but what's happening in this case is too graphic for 11-year-old or 10-year-old or 9-year-old.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. I'm just
I
asking. I'm just
no, no,
asking.
I'm saying it is to the fact that if we go deep into the story, because they ask what's more, like they want to know more, the more and more. You could easily say, hey, don't ever put your hand on a woman, but shouldn't happen,
Yeah.
That's something that's taught when they were younger. Don't ever put your hand on a woman ever again or ever. That's something you never ever do. But then he started asking more questions. And then Google doesn't do you any favor. You can Google what's going on and boom,
But
everything's
that's
out there.
what but that's what I mean. If they can Google it anyway, and they're gonna find more graphic stuff. 11-year-olds are watching porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like
I think it's better to answer the questions then than bring it up because you never know the mind because every kid is different. Every
yeah.
person is different and their minds think differently. Maybe sometimes you think they're thinking about that, but they're not. So it's like, you know, but I see it. If he's guilty, let him. We'll move on from him. It's cool. I don't. I I don't know if it's a moral thing. I think it's more of a. I don't want. I don't think I want somebody like that on my team. I want to defend somebody like that on my team. I think that's kind of the conversation I want to have.
That's fair.
Like who's like that's what I said. The second chance, I'm fine with that. Like, but just
But
I
not
don't
with
want to be.
us.
I don't want to have that conversation. I don't care. Oh, you guys have a fellow on your team. Okay. Like, I don't want to have this conversation. Like, I want to have everything, good.
That's fair.
Because there's people out there like Derek Jeter. Like Derek Jeter, he lived his whole career in private. He most likely he messed up a couple of times, and we don't know about it because it's all private. Do you ever know the story about Derek Jeter? Have you guys have you heard of it?
What story?
So anytime somebody or female comes over his house, he would have little little basket. She would have to put all their belongings in there, and they'll put it away. And then when they're done with their night, whatever it is, dinner or whatever happens, they give her your stuff back, and then bye. So there's no chance of them taking pictures. There's no chance of texting
for
anybody.
Real?
Yeah, you can look it up. Like he's smart. That's what I'm saying. Derek Jeter could have gotten in trouble, but he was smart about those things, And I think as an athlete, you have to see yourself that way. Like you have to look at LeBron James.
Yeah.
I know for a fact LeBron James is not the person that he
For a
he is.
fact? What do you mean?
For a fact.
How do you know that?
Athletes live the athletes world. Did you ever think Kobe Bryant would be? That's rest in peace. But would you think Kobe Bryant would have been doing those things? Right?
I guess not. But honestly,
but look at the stature that LeBron James is.
Yeah, but I know, but you got to be careful because you're saying for a fact, like if you know something.
There's things on the road. We've been athletes before. Things happen. I think it's very rare to say there's a faithful athlete out there to their wives.
Yeah.
Shaq. Shaq, that's it. And it's just it comes with stardom, there's people that know how to take care of it and people that don't know how to take care of it. That's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know how to take care of his things. If you text her, hey, come over, that's it.
Yeah.
I heard of stories that people have to sign documents when they walk in. I've heard stories about that too. Of a professional athlete having a legal document, going over all this stuff before anything happened. Sign here. You can't sue me for this. You can't sue me for that. You can't sue me for that. Boom. It's crazy. It's crazy, but that's the athlete's world that we live in.
Say that's right. Get married. Stay with one girl.
Yeah. Now don't be an athlete.
Don't be
an athlete. That's pretty much. Or be an athlete and be respectful.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna happen. This is the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is the terrible world. Some of the terribles of the world that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Things are gonna happen. People don't have. I think the word loyalty is not thrown around like it used to be back in the days. Now it's a lot different. But yeah, hopefully this blows over and nothing comes out of it, and we can play baseball and we can go on the World Series with Trevor Bauer, or to the playoffs with Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
And this is we just wasted 20-30 minutes talking about nothing. Hopefully. But you never know. You never know on another stuff. And
yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see how it all turns out. Dodger Corner, what do you got for us?
We go from that to that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what Dodger Corner is about right now. It's
cool.
No, so
anything else to add besides the Trevor Bauer stuff?
Nah, I'm just kidding. There's always something to talk about. So you guys didn't see the Dodgers were in the White House, the first professional team to ever make it to the White House after the pandemic.
After Trump?
After the pandemic. Because nobody went through the pandemic. This is the first professional team to be welcomed back to the White House.
But many teams didn't want to go visit Trump.
Oh, yeah. That's a different, separate issue. But the Dodgers were there and they took pictures. It was fun. Man, I didn't know Joe Kelly was such a funny guy. He was your boy for a while. Oh, he was in the Red Sox for a while. I didn't know he had that much of a sense of humor. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you for him. So
Oh, you're welcome. You're
yeah,
welcome.
thank you. He's always been like that though, right?
Yeah, he's always been a character.
Okay, then. I could never see it, but whatever. So after you were trying to talk me off the ledger last week. The Dodgers have pulled off a nice little winning streak, 6 game
Hmm.
winning streak.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Uh, I guess everything is well in Twinkletown. They could say it. My boy Max Muncy's been tearing the cover off the ball. Cody Bellinger's back. Uh, they're half game out of first place.
Hmm.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I was almost over the ledger. I was way up. Like, they're playing Washington right now. They took the first one yesterday. Grand slam by Max Muncy. I still think they need to go get a second baseman. I still think they need a good, solid second baseman. They need another pitcher. They're probably going to need multiple pitchers, depending what the situation goes for Trevor Bauer. I was hearing the name Scherzer coming up. I was hearing the name. It was rumor,
Yeah.
but that rumor went away after Washington has started playing really good baseball the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they have the pieces to make the move. Is just making the move. Dodger Stadium's packed, sold out house every time. Haven't been to a Dodger game yet with the full capacity.
Okay.
So still waiting for that day. Hopefully soon. Um, Something that came out to mind right now. So if all this would happen, there's a Trevor Bauer bobblehead coming up in August. You think they'll still give it away?
I think it depends, right?
I just thinking about it right now. I was like looking at the bobbleheads up there. I was like, wait, he has a bobblehead coming out like in the next month or so.
I think it depends. It depends on what happens. You have to do a quick audible.
So let's say he is found non-guilty, technically. What do you think happens?
If he's found innocent,
Non-guilty, innocent by technicality.
then yeah, I think nothing. I think it goes away.
The bobblehead goes away.
No, I think he stays with the Dodgers.
No, but he still beat her. He still beat her up. He still did everything, but there was something small found in the courts that the other party did incorrectly, so he's found not guilty.
I think that's where you go to what you were saying about the type of franchise you want.
Yeah. What do you think would happen? I don't know. I would.
I think it depends. I think it's one of those. It's like because if you want to be a franchise, like what you're saying about a classy and all that, you kind of have to get rid of them now. Because a franchise like the one you're talking about wouldn't even stand for a guy putting himself in that position.
Nope.
So I don't know. I think I think that's why you drive a hard bargain if you want to be if you want to be the person that says I don't want none of that on my team, then I mean your draft you're gonna get guys that are. I mean, it's hard to put a team together like that. So I don't know. It depends on what the Dodgers want to do, because by hearing you, he should be out of the team now, regardless of how this thing turns out. He should be out. Which means then you would have been, that. So that's a different thing, So I don't know. I think the Dodgers clearly are gonna wait and see. Clearly, that's the approach they're gonna take.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. But I think if he's innocent, even if it's on a technicality, I think he stays on the team, and there's gonna be a Trevor Bauer bobblehead.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, that's they've been playing well. Hopefully they sweep the series of the Nationals. We're gonna see a lot of things happen in the next few days. Hopefully it comes out in everybody's favor, in our favor, and hopefully everything goes away. But if it doesn't, there's we're all adults here, so if he gets released, he gets released. We gotta live with it.
Yeah.
$40 million. Just get ready for those $8, $9 Dodger dogs and $25 micheladas.
Oh, get out of here. The Dodgers
$20
can afford
beers.
it. Stop it. The Dodgers
$20
acting
beers.
like they're poor would be, it's like when the Red Sox and the Yankees act like they're poor. Oh, we can't spend any money this
Yeah.
year. Oh, like, dude, you guys are printing money. Shut up.
Well, they are. And just a quick thing, and the Dodgers. This is outside of the Dodgers. Salvador Perez has joined the home run derby.
What?
Yeah, I just got the notification.
Salvador Perez?
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, that's crazy.
Cool.
I'm hoping for more left-handed batters. I don't know where are the left-handed batters at. I need them here. I need them to show up. You guys will find out the surprise next week.
Next week, the unveiling.
Let's
My
go to Red
beloved
Sox
Red
corner, baby.
Sox are 51-31, the first team to get to 50 wins. Just good, man. Everything's good in Boston. We swept the Royals. We are coming off the heels of sweeping the Yankees, which was great. It's all good. It's all good in the Red Sox. JD's hitting well. Rafi's hitting well. The pitching's coming along. Chris Sale, he's saying he's going to be back sooner rather than later. And who the hell knows?
After he goes to pitch to New Zealand, I think he said.
Yeah, who knows what that means? But he had several mound pitch. He pitched from the mound this week, and he was throwing in upper 90s. But his location was great.
But they're always going to tell you that.
We'll see how it all turns out. We'll see how it all goes. I think the Red Sox do need to go get another pitcher. It seems like Kike has taken hold of the leadoff spot, and he's hitting good enough. At least in recent days, his versatility is so amazing, and it's what keeps him on the field, which is what would happen with the Dodgers. So yeah, all is well. All is well with the Red Sox. 51-31, best record in all of baseball. The Yankees are fourth place, 9 games behind. We can't see them anywhere. Where are the
That
Yankees?
ship is just sinking.
It's great. It's great to be a Red Sox fan. So we just have a bunch of, although coming in July, coming out of the All-Star break, it's gonna get tough. Blue Jays, Yankees, back to back.
So you guys gonna play real teams now?
We're gonna face them. Yeah, the schedule gets a little difficult.
So now we're gonna see the real Red Sox.
Rays, Blue Jays, Yankees. Yeah, honestly, for real. During that stretch, we're gonna find out if these Red Sox, if they're real, if they're able to stay afloat and keep up the pace. Then obviously we have a contender here. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see where they're at. Obviously, you play the first half to set yourself up. 51-31 is a great setup, and so you don't have to labor and get crazy at the end. But we're definitely going to find out about this team coming out of the All-Star break, which I'm excited for. I'm all for that. Nobody thought the Red Sox were going to be first place heading into July. I thought we were going to, I thought we were going to be 500. So to see this team, and even if it all tails apart, I've loved following this team. So 51-31, everything's good. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at with the Sox, and they're in the West this weekend. So A's, and then the Angels on Monday. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, this week in baseball, what you got for us?
Dang, you got me. So we're in All-Star season. We're talking about All-Stars today.
Pedro Martinez
in 2004.
Oh, okay, no, not Pedro.
Barry Bonds, King Griffey Jr., Sammy Sosa were selected to the same team, and that marks the first time ever that there's been 3 players with 500 career home runs in the same lineup.
Really?
Barry Bonds, King Griffey Jr., and Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa, slamming Sammy. Cool.
Cork Sammy.
Cork slamming Sammy.
Cork slamming.
Nice. Weekend series. Where you at with that?
Dodgers Nationals.
Okay.
I think this is gonna show. I think this series is gonna show us who's real, who's not. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see the Nationals if they're for real or not. If they're just been playing hot. And I'm excited to see Schwarber. Schwarber's. We're not. He was in the lineup yesterday. I was gonna say I'm excited to see the return of Juan Soto, your MVP pick.
My guy.
Yeah.
He's been hurt.
Who do you got? Who do you got?
Red Sox A's. That's what I got.
Of course you would. Why would it always be Red Sox A's?
That's a good series. You want me to go Giants Diamondbacks? Cardinals Rockies would be fun. It's fun because Arenado's back in Colorado. That one's interesting from that perspective. Rays Blue Jays is good too. Mets Yankees, I guess, but the Yankees suck.
Oh, that one's gonna be.
But that one's fun.
But I like to see that one.
But Red Sox.
Damn New Yorkers.
Red Sox A's. That's my pick.
That's a good pick. I like it.
So it's gonna be fun.
The A's are just they're like a roller coaster. The A's.
Yeah, and that's how the Red Sox play in Oakland. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends. But that's our picks. To end the pod, I wanted us to hit on a non-baseball topic. Yesterday came out that the NCAA said that players were going to be allowed to make money off their likeness. So it means you can, sell your autograph or come out in a commercial. Someone's willing to pay you, stuff like that. What do you think of that? Do you agree? We'll start there. What do you think of that? Do you agree with that rule?
They should have got paid from day one. Okay. I think athletes, since NCAA it's a $1 billion company, they make so much money on sponsors and stuff. The only problem I have with it, and I think it's gonna be an ongoing issue, is fair pay. So who gets paid more? How are you gonna distinguish the 5-star recruit or the 3-star recruit? Let's say the 3-star recruit is having a Heisman year, and the 5-star recruit is just having an okay year, but this guy's getting paid more money than this guy. So how do you distinguish who's gonna get paid more? I think that's one problem that's gonna surface. In college sports, we know who runs college sports, football. Like in every, I think even in high school, and even in pro sports, other than soccer makes more money than football players.
They can, I guess. The top guys,
upfront money, yeah, the upfront money, okay. But
there's more. There could be more money in soccer just because it truly is a global sport.
Yeah. Okay. So, but we know the football player is going to get paid good, but what about the volleyball player, the baseball player? I think if it should have been done correctly, everybody should agree beforehand. Like, you either get a scholarship or you don't.
Also, like if you get a scholarship, you don't get money.
You get money, but not. You get money to pay your food. Like the scholarship entitles of your food, of your books and all. You don't have to pay anything to go to college.
Okay.
If you don't get a scholarship, you get a stipend. You get a stipend every month, and it's for books, for school, for all that stuff. So it's kind of a sense that you get a scholarship, you don't. But like that, I think you could balance the money out. And I think athletes, if people have gone to college, they know how hard the life is. Eating a cup of noodles, is just not having the lifestyle they have to, and I think it'll take away a little bit of that whole paying their players on the table, like to come to the school. I think it still will happen
Hmm.
in certain cases, but I think it'll take it away a little bit more. It just depends how much money is going to be paid out to these people.
Well, I
You
think it
know?
just depends on who on who's paying it, right?
Yeah,
Because it's on the company.
yeah. It's all well. Everybody has a sponsor. Everybody has, let's say, example, Nike, Adidas, Jordan. They all have those sponsors. So I think they should be entitled to giving some money. Then the school has its own their boosters and all kinds of other people. I think there's a lot of money moving around. I think the easiest way is just to say, you know what, you're coming to college and you're taken care of. You don't have to worry about anything.
On top of what they're making.
And no, you don't have to worry about anything. Like anything. Like don't worry about anything. You get a
You're
weekly. You get a
you're saying that to do
monthly.
that well, it's not the college that's paying them.
No, but I'm saying you would have like their original agreement from scholarship, but the whole agreement would be you don't have to pay for anything because you got to think about it as a college athlete. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go spend? You have free money. Where are you gonna go spend it?
Tattoo parlor,
Drugs, party,
tattoos.
tattoos, PlayStation, Xbox.
Actually, you can't get a PlayStation 5 right now.
I said PlayStation. I say five. Just saying. But you know where that money's going. So I think is you have to just I don't know treat him well. And I'm excited because the NCAA football 2022-2023 is going to come back on video game, and that's going to be fun. I always love playing those games.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, and what came out of that was everybody saying to to apologize to Reggie Bush, and obviously he's the big winner in all of it. But I just I think that we need to we have to be understanding and know first of all that these the NCAA college sports is not true amateur sports because it's billions and billions of dollars. I like that. I like that these guys will be able to make money off their likeness. It's not like the school's
Yeah,
paying them. It's just if a local car dealership wants to give me money for take pictures for an hour, they
yeah,
should be able to do that. Especially with the advancement of social media. If
yeah.
this company wants to give me money for sponsoring, for putting
Or
up,
for wearing their clothes.
yeah, for example, like Topo Chico, don't be afraid to sponsor us. We got you. But if I want to say like, hey, this pod is brought to you by Topo Chico, and Topo Chico wants to pay whoever for it, that's fine. That's great. They should be able to do that. So I'm all in favor of that. Um, let's go. Cash your checks. We started this
Yeah.
pod with Bobby Bonilla. This pod is a cashing checks friendly pod.
Yep.
We just
Cash
want to
those
see we
checks.
want to see people cash checks. That's all we want to do.
We
And so
want to
that
cash our checks too.
yeah, we want to cash some checks too. So send some checks our way, people. So yeah. Anything else? Anything else on your mind? Anything you want to get rid of from your chest before we go into the weekend?
Just be safe out there. It's 4th of July
It's
weekend.
4th of July weekend. That's right.
4th of July weekend. Be safe. Have
Yeah.
fun.
Don't
Don't do
blow any
anything
fingers
crazy.
off.
Don't do anything crazy. Enjoy some baseball while you're at it. I don't know. I think as a diehard Dodger fan, I'm still hurting a little bit of what happened with the situation with Trevor Bauer. But I hope everything comes out like it's supposed to, if it's right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think my mind right now, as a Dodger fan or as a diehard, is what's going to happen with that. I think there's nobody out there that is available that can replace that guy on the field. Uh, and maybe a mistake was made. Who knows?
Yeah.
But enjoy some baseball, enjoy your family, enjoy some barbecue. Get ready for All-Star Week. All-Star Week next week. We're gonna have a nice, beautiful podcast for you guys. and start rating our YouTube. Start rating our YouTube.
There you go.
Rate it.
Please,
Go rate it. Go out there.
subscribe to our channel, comment, like, everything.
We should do like a giveaway one time. Give away some Dodger tickets. See who reposts. You subscribe at least 200 people, you get free Dodger tickets.
There you go.
Or Angel tickets. How about that? Those are easier.
Because
those are easy. They're cheaper and easier to get to.
When we get to 100 subscribers, we'll give out we'll give you guys Dodger tickets. Because people are not going to want to subscribe.
We're already past that in Spotify. Now we need to get
we'll get to Dodger tickets if you're from the LA area. If you're from out of the LA area, we'll give you the tickets. It's on you to make it to the game if you win. So that way nobody's hitting us up for flight tickets. So and again, you sit wherever we buy the tickets. There's no like
Rosie Z top deck. Get it. General admission, baby.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
until we start cashing checks,
exactly.
We can start cashing checks.
Exactly. So yeah, actually, let's do that. Get us to 100 subscribers on YouTube, and we'll give
Get us to 500. Let's not do 100. We're almost there. We're almost there.
All right, let's do 500 subscribers. We'll get you 2 tickets to the Dodgers for
tell
you
your friends
and somebody.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Have everybody
uncle,
subscribe.
YouTube, your daughter, your child. They all have tablets.
You're gonna be at 4th of July parties this weekend.
Subscribe.
You're gonna talk about random stuff anyway. Just be like, hey, you know what? There's this cool pod I listen to, the Brew Thoughts podcast. Subscribe to them on YouTube. Do it now and pull up your phone and
drink some coffee while you're doing it.
Exactly. Enjoy some coffee. And fellow, why don't you pay us too, fellow? Give us some checks. Use these mugs. They're pretty cool. But anyway, that's where we're at. That's the pod. Thank you guys for listening. As always, it's a pleasure. Go Sox.
Go Dodgers.
And drink better coffee.